G'day, Del here. Welcome back to Violet Cottage. The lads have caught a bus into Maryborough today to see a movie at the cinemas. I shall be joining them later to pick them up. But for now, I'm actually home alone. Possibilities are endless. It is a rarity, for sure. But I thought I'd take this opportunity to give you a bit of a preview, a bit of a look at what I've been working on lately. And this is the garden bed that I've been devoting some energy to. It's been a bit of a no man's land, bit of a jungle, mainly full of weeds and lots of bulbs that were planted by the previous owner. You can see some of them are still flowering. Belladonna or pink ladies. There's also agapanthus in here, death lily, bluebells, quite an assortment of them. Not all of them flower because they've been in the ground for many, many years and the ground has become compact. So lots of bulbs, lots of leaves, but hardly any flowers. And of course, lots of weeds. So it's been like this for quite a few years and I've been really wanting to do something with this corner. You can see in the background there, that's a sculpture I made a couple of years ago out of barbed wire and scrap metal. Bird on an egg. And she was put in here and sort of lost amongst the leaves and the weeds. So, as you can see, I bought a couple of plants, some osteosperm, which is fantastic, hardy, great ground cover. And I wanted a place to put it that was going to be in dappled sunlight. It seems to grow best there, for our conditions anyway, here in central Victoria. So we inherited a lot of tyres from an old neighbour a few years back when we were planting out the fruit tree orchard. And he asked us if we'd like some tyres. We said yes please, and he delivered about a trailer load full of them. So we've had a lot of tyres sitting down in the backyard, not knowing what we're going to use them for, but I do feel compelled to use them. Hello, red twins. Hello, darlings. I do feel compelled to use them because I don't want them ending up in landfill. So I've used some of those tyres to create a boundary here of planter pots where the osteosperm will be planted. And I've pulled out a few more planter pots and things that we've had lying around the yard, and I'm slowly starting to fill them with soil ready for planting. Made a little step here, just out of concrete stepping stone. That's a work in progress. I plan to actually plant a few more bulbs here, some irises that I have around this rosemary bush. And you can actually see some of the agapanthus bulbs around the base of this golden plum tree that we have here. Plum cot, we're not quite sure. Starting to poke up and get ready to bloom for spring. So what I've done so far is I've had to level out the ground here. It was raised slightly, so I've levelled out the actual garden bed so I can place some of these concrete stepping stones. We've used pieces of old fence and gates here, just to create a bit of a privacy screen. I hope to plant some jasmine behind it to grow up, or honeysuckle, not sure yet. This is a trunk of succulents that were out the front, but didn't seem to like the position that it was in. It was too sunny, so they were starting to dry out, so I moved it down here. And so far this is the only other pot that I've started planting up with more succulents and just a geranium. So I'm using the ties here, and that'll be fantastic because once the osteosperm is established, it'll branch out, cover the ties so you won't be able to see them, because using ties in the garden isn't one of my most favourite things. I have used them before with some of my areas of the garden, but these will get covered. And down here just on the ground, I've got some beautiful pig face that I'm going to plant, and hopefully they'll grow up and cover the egg. So that's what I've been up to the last day or so. It's just amazing how much soil you'll need to fill all these planter pots, but they're coming along. This planter pot I'm going to put in a lavender plant that I have. A little doll's pram there. I plan to put some violets in there, perhaps even a couple more geraniums, because they're just so hardy and easy to strike. In levelling out the ground here, I have dug up just massive bunches of old bulbs that are dormant. So I have separated them and planted them in other areas of the garden to give them space. And hopefully we'll give them the opportunity to bloom again. As always, all of our items in the garden, predominantly all of them, are all second-hand, free salvaged or reclaimed. We try not to buy new because there's just so much stuff out there that can be reused again, or just using what we have where we are. Thank you for spending some time with me here, and I'll see you all next time back at Violet Cottage. Bye for now.